I want to remember all of the times my grandfather scooped me up, sat me high on his shoulders, and showed me the world above. I want to remember all of the times my grandmother took me on walks in the stroller, and we would reach that hill that she couldn't quite climb. And every day at the top of that hill, there he was. Every day without fail, he would walk down that hill holding in his left hand a flower he had picked. He gave me that flower, patted me on the head, and pushed me up the hill. I want to remember that car, a 2005 Kia Sorento. First, I was in a car seat, then a booster seat. Eventually, I was in just the back seat. Big deal. It was the car that drove me to preschool, and then pre-K. The car that drove me to parks and playgrounds where I found my youth, into which I would again climb in covered head to toe in mud. It was the car that I spent countless hours in on hot summer drives to Central Oregon that felt like lifetimes. On those drives, my grandpa always drove, his thinning white hair blowing gently in the highway breeze. You see, he was a man of simple interests. He was the best cook I know, spending most Saturdays cooking dinner for our entire family. We always offered to help, but with a smile, he just said, no. He seldom got angry, and he never forgot to prune the Concord grapes which grew in ranks along the back fence. On most weekdays, he went for long walks and drove to Goose Hollow, where he laughed with friends while sipping a watered-down beer. In the cold of last October, I sat next to him, his hand in mine, whispering every Swedish prayer he taught me as his blood turned white and his eyes said, "Jag älskar dig, tyki pojke." When he left us that day, in his own home, us surrounding him, we saw a face full of anguish from the years of cancer turn into a soft smile. He was always more of a stoic. It was that moment, that smile, when I knew he was still with me. I drive that 2005 Kia Sorento now, all the way in the driver's seat. It's named after him. I keep the passenger seat empty as a rule, and sometimes when I drive too fast or don't quite make the stop sign, I hear him panicking from beyond the veil. At Youthline, I take his name, Leo. He speaks through me to those in crisis. When I stumble or don't know quite what to say, I see his face, I hear his voice, "Tålamod pojke," and I'm empowered with his soft-spoken wisdom. In my mind, I remember all the times he gave me that flower, pushed me up the hill. All of the times he pushed me to succeed. He talked politics with me for hours, stressing the importance of justice. When I told him who I was, he told me he loved me, despite that his generation hated me. When I felt inspired and spoke in front of a crowd at a rally for the youth of America, he elbowed his way past the politicians, past the journalists, to be right in front of me, his camera out. I'll always remember that day. And when my time is up and I go wherever I go, I hope I'll see him again. And if I do, I'll simply smile and say, "Tack, farfar. Thank you for everything you have done for me, even after you were gone."